I appreciate everything you do, Robert. I'd love to kick it off and talk about, what you've been talking a lot about lately, which is this exciting new space called DeFi or decentralized finance. I spent 15 years in the centralized finance world of Wall Street in the city of London, alongside both of our good friends, Jim Rickards and Nomi Prince. We had dinner, I think all of us together back in 2018 in Phoenix. And Robert, I watched that industry scalp the economy out of $9 trillion per year in margins and fees. And when I was in that business, Robert, it didn't matter if you were a corporate or an institution or a retail or a government. It was all about taking margin. And that's why I'm excited about DeFi, because I think it's a way to give financial freedom back to the people. And I've gone all in on this. We've created our own DeFi Academy, and we want to educate and invest in this space for the future. But I'm curious what you think, Robert. When I've looked at some of the innovation happening in the space in the last 12 months, it's a bit like what we were doing 30 years ago with derivatives on Wall Street, except people all around the world are doing it. And Robert, they're doing it in a transparent way. So curious your take on it, because you've seen booms and busts your whole career. So what are your thoughts here?
Well, it's probably the reason I wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it's simply because I don't trust the central banks. I don't trust the Treasury. I don't trust Wall Street. And I don't trust our school system. And as we were talking before you came on, it's what drives me. I don't need the money. But the other thing, too, is what Rich Dad Poor Dad is about is if you don't know anything about money, you have no freedom. You see, the reason there's no financial education in schools is to keep people tethered to the paycheck. So as you recall, you had so many people in your program, you got deplatformed, Trump gets deplatformed. There are many doctors who got fired in the States today. If you don't take the shot, you get fired. So if you just step back for a moment and ask yourself, who in the world can fire you because you need that paycheck? Well, it goes all the way back to school. They say, go to school to get a job. It's in that mantra that sits between your left ear and your right ear that they hold you prisoner. So what you're talking about here is I don't have any stocks or bonds or mutual funds. I don't have dollars. I use debt. I use everything they tell me not to do. This here it's a U.S. gold eagle. This is money.
Right.
God's money. This here is a silver eagle. God's money. I started a gold mine in China, which they took because they're criminals. And then I started a silver mine in Argentina, which I still have. But the only stocks I have are stocks that I created. I am a capitalist. I am an entrepreneur. I don't mess with Wall Street. I don't mess with the banks. And I don't save money. You see, this you remember here is what people work for. Oh, excuse me, it's a Zimbabwe dollar. It's 10 million Zimbabwe dollars. And there's people who will still work for this piece of crap rather than this here. They would rather, every stupid school teacher I know will work for this. And that's what they teach you to work for, is this piece of trash, when you should be working for this, and today, Bitcoin. Because exactly as you said, it's decentralized. And centralized, as you know, centralized planning is also called communism. So what happened when Janet Yellen migrated from the Fed to the Treasury, and they Wall Street is just an arm of the federal bank. That's all it is. Every CEO is tethered by the Fed. They have forward guidance and all that BS. I mean, if you guys don't know what that means, it means you're being screwed. You're being screwed through your money. So that's why I wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad almost 25 years ago. This man here is my good friend, Donald Trump. He got taken down in a fake election. And this is another book I wrote. Fake money,
I remember.
Fake teachers, fake assets. The whole system is rigged against you. And it starts when you say to your child, go to school, get a job, work hard, save money. get out of debt and invest for the long term in a well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. That's a criminal operation. And that's why I want Rich Dad for you.